Well, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez, who's busy. She was doing her rain dance, but she stopped. Okay, good.
Yeah, I stopped. Baby was moving too much.
Baby doing the rain dance.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning to you at home. We begin this morning talking about the murder trial of a former Albuquerque police officer. Well, the trial is switching gears today. It is now the defense's turn to prove Levi Chavez did not kill his wife, and its first witness is supposed to be Levi's mother. The prosecution wrapped up its case yesterday, and that's when the defense asked the judge to direct the jury to acquit Levi on charges of first-degree murder.
We do not have the level of evidence that would allow a reasonable fact finder to find Levi Chavez guilty as to either count.
Prosecutors disagreed, pointed to testimony from earlier in the day. A firearms expert testified that Levi's police gun was found with a round in the chamber and the magazine unseated, something Tara could not have done if she had shot herself. Listen.
Someone had to press that magazine release after it was fired.
The judge decided there was indeed enough evidence to keep going to trial. Levi's defense will try to prove Tara was depressed and killed herself. It is not known yet if Levi Chavez will take the stand himself. And in a developing story, 2 boys are still missing at a lake in western New Mexico, and in just a couple of hours, divers will be back out there looking for them. Noah Hooper and Seth Stevenson, who are 14 and 16 years old, disappeared Sunday at Quemado Lake, which is just 30 miles from the Arizona state line. The 2 had been helping with summer programs at a religious camp for deaf children. They were last seen in a deeper part of the lake, jumping from island to island.
Anytime there's evidence that the people were in or around the water and last seen around the water, we're going to search that body of water entirely to rule that out. If we do come up with the remains, then at least we can bring some closure to the family.
Investigators searched the woods nearby as well, but didn't find any sign of the boys. We will have updates on this story later today right here on News 13 and, of course, to Casa Fox. Good news now with some of the wildfires that are burning in New Mexico. Firefighters now have the Thompson Ridge fire that is burning in the Jemez fully contained, and that means that some of the firefighters could be heading home today. Nearby in the Pecos, firefighters are also getting the upper hand on the Tres Lagunas fire. It is now 95% contained. It's burned a little more than 10,000 acres. Unfortunately, the news isn't so good for the Jaroso fire that is burning in the Santa Fe National Forest. It is now 11,000 acres large, and none of this wildfire is contained. Firefighters have attacked the flames from the air because the terrain is just so steep. And lastly, the biggest fire burning in New Mexico just keeps on getting bigger. We're talking about the silver fire that is burning in the Gila National Forest. It has charred almost 137,000 acres near the town of Kingston. It is 54% contained this morning. And this right here is Sky News 13 video of some of the newer fires that are burning in El Malpais, which is just south of Grants. The National Park Service says that they had a total of 3 fires start here recently. The largest one is known as the West Fire. It's about 10 acres large. Officials say it's burning toward the Cherry Fire Scar that ripped through the area back in 2002. Of course, we're going to keep you updated on all the wildfires, the weather, and everything you need to know on this Tuesday morning. That wraps it up for your local headlines, though, for now. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13, beginning at 4:30 a.m. All right, ladies, going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Elizabeth.